Hey, it's Mariko, aka Gamerwife of GamerWife.com, and I'm here back in my office area. Very excited to be back here. If you've been following my videos for a while now, you may have noticed a bit of a background difference, but I finally got my office area all fixed up. The shelf that's above me had fallen over and everything was scattered everywhere, and it was a disaster, and my computer died, and it was awful, but now everything is fixed. I have some new art. Picked these guys up at the Montreal Tattoo Festival. I'm just really excited to be back in my own space. I got a new computer and everything. So I'm actually going to probably do an office tour sometime in the future. So if you guys want to see that as a video, maybe leave me a comment down below to let me know what you like to see in my office tour. And without further ado, I'm going to jump into my favorites for the month of October 2015. Now, I actually have two food-related favorites this month. One is snacks and one is drinks, but we'll do snacks first. So this first snack I want to talk about is Korean nori snacks, or like I guess seaweed snacks. These are delicious. The first time I tried them was actually like some expensive brand in my health food store, but then I went to the Oriental Market and I got a pack of 9 of these for the same price I paid for pretty much a container exactly the same size at my health food store. And it's pretty much exactly the same thing. It tastes more or less the same. I think this one actually has less oil. They're just super delicious, crunchy. If you've ever had like sushi, this is the stuff that goes on the outside, is the seaweed. But these little snacks, they're just like little strips of nori that's all toasty and delicious, and some of them have different seasonings on them. They usually have a little bit of sesame oil, so they have like a nice nuttiness to them, as well as being just like really crispy and a little bit salty. I find these are a good alternative to chips, because you do get that satisfying crunch on the first bite, but they're crazy low in calories. I think this entire container has like 30 calories or something. I mean, they don't fill you up the same way that like a carb bomb, like a bag of chips would or something, but I find them really, really satisfying when I'm feeling, you know, snacky, because they do have that crunch, they do have the saltiness. They're actually really, really high in calcium and other minerals and stuff, because seaweed's actually mega healthy for you. It's not for everyone, but if you like sushi, you like seaweed, definitely try and check these out, especially if you have an Asian market in your area. You're gonna find them a lot cheaper than, you know, what they have at your local health food store. But yeah, Korean seaweed snacks, you're my favorite. So the drink favorite that I wanted to tell you guys about is actually Pakistani coffee. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with this or not. It was actually something I found on Pinterest, but basically it's like chai but with coffee, and you make it on the stovetop. So you like boil your milk and your water and the coffee grounds and some Indian spices like cardamom and cinnamon, and you just like boil it on the stovetop, and then you like ladle it and filter it. And it's incredible. It's so good, but I try not to make it too often, because if I'm making it at home by myself, I'll usually end up drinking like the entire cauldron of seasoned coffee, and that's just not good. I'm gonna put the recipe for that I found in the description box, so you can check it out for yourself. But Pakistani coffee, you're my favorite. Next thing I want to talk about is keeping with the coffee theme, and this is actually a beauty favorite. This is the Lush, I have the French edition, so it says Caféinomanie. I'm not sure what the English name for it is, but it's basically like coffee addict or caffeaholic, I don't know. But anyway, it's a mask slash scrub. So it actually has coffee grounds in it, and it smells like a latte. So can kind of see it's a little loose for a mask, but basically you put this on your face, and it has the coffee scrubs in it, so you get like an exfoliating, so it's kind of somewhere between a scrub and a mask, and like you can use it on your lips, which is awesome because it tastes like a latte. Like it's lush, so it's all stuff you can eat, although you probably should just eat it. Yeah, I love it. It's totally helps wake me up in the mornings when I use it because it just smells like coffee and it's all over your face and it's very moisturizing mask, so it really softens the skin, makes you look nice and bright. The caffeine and the coffee in it will also help, you know, kind of tighten your skin. And I just absolutely love it. I was a big fan, or I guess still am, of the ocean salt scrub. And I decided to try something new, so I picked this one up, but I would probably get more of the ocean scrub just because it is more of a scrubby scrub. I find this, you know, more of a gentle scrub just because it's not just packed of scrubbiness. There's, you know, masked stuff in here too. But if you try that and you find it's a little too abrasive for you, maybe give this one a try, just because it's not, again, as abrasive, and it smells incredible. So yeah, coffee mask, loving it. My next entertainment favorite is actually a podcast recommendation. This is actually a pretty new podcast. It's from the WNYC family of podcasts from NPR, and it's called The Hidden Brain. And I think they're only like episode 5 or 6, but it's a really interesting podcast dealing with kind of neurobiology and psychology and, you know, the hidden psychological impulses between our everyday actions. And it's a really interestingly structured show. It's like a very condensed NPR show. So each podcast is only about half an hour, but they really pack a lot of content into one show, all based around a single idea, but from all different kinds of perspectives, from celebrity or guest interviews to actual psychological research to delving into science news that deals with that particular subject. But if you're into kind of the more like edutainment NPR style podcasts, and you're interested in things like psychology and behavioral psychology, definitely check out The Hidden Brain. Alright, so my final favorite of the month of October is a video game, and that video game is Life is Strange. I've written about this game before on my blog and over at Remeshed, but the final chapter just came out this month, and I just forced myself to sit down and catch up so that I could get there, and I really like that game. You know, the writing can be kind of awkward at times. Like, I'm being very honest. Like, actually, the writing drives me bananas sometimes. But it does so many other things so well and so differently from what we think of as a video game. And I really am so into these narrative-focused games. I love the way that the rewind mechanic plays with your idea of role-playing and narrative and identity, and how it serves the story, as well as just being a fun, interesting mechanic for a game. I love the characters of Max and Chloe. I really feel for both of them, you know, and it's very rare that you get to see a game that deals so upfront and so intimately with young female friendships. Like, that's not something that an entire game that I know of has been based on before, or at least, you know, not on this scale. I absolutely love the episodic format, and I just, you know, for all of its problems, and there are a lot of them, I do feel like it's an important achievement in games, and if you guys haven't checked it out, I totally recommend that you do. It does a lot of really interesting things, you know, if you can get past the writing, which admittedly is kind of cringeworthy in places, but, you know, for someone like me who also loves all of the things that the creators say they love, Twin Peaks, you know, just the West Coast spookiness, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Veronica Mars, you know, yes, it's a pop culture mishmash, but it's just really fun, and I just really enjoyed it, and I think more people should check it out. Alright, so that's it for my favorites for October. Thanks again to everyone for watching, and don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe if you're into it. Leave me some comments if you want to see an office tour video, and I will see you guys again soon in my next video. Bye!